everyone. Are you thinking about how to get started for your New Year's resolution? Well, today we're going to talk about tips to get started and get fit for 2023. Have a blessed one. Let's talk about it.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Everyday Health Hacker. I'm Mike Herzing, along with the awesome Dr. Liza Leal.
Hi there, Mike. How are you?
I am having a great day. Holidays are here. You know, it's Christmas time. You got to smile.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a
We
good
love seeing
time
Santa.
of year. As a matter of fact, we were talking about that. You know, folks, Dr. Leal is Chief Medical Officer right here at Meridian Health Institute in Sugar Land, Texas, where everybody wants to be because it is really made up here. It's really nice. Dr. Denali is over here laying down and having a good time. That's what is she, a Huskier?
She's a Siberian Husky with a little bit of German Shepherd in her.
There you go.
We call it a birthmark.
Just enough to make it fun. She is an awesome lady and young lady, and she is your second doctor here.
She is our third doctor,
Third
actually
doctor
our fourth doctor here, and she is the actual canine director of services. That is her official title at Meridian Health Institute. So come by and visit her.
Come by and visit her. She's
Yes.
awesome. All right.
Which means she gets the 10% first responders discount at some places.
That's even better. Why not? It's going to great. It's a holiday weekend. It's a holiday month. To me, it's Christmas all year round because it's great to be able to help people.
Because every day is a gift.
Every day is a gift. Now, speaking of which, holidays are here. We made it through Thanksgiving. We're making it through Christmas. You know, we're going to probably overeat. We're going to also, after that, we're going to feel guilty. We're going to make New Year's resolutions. We're going to hit the gym. We're going to feel better. Of course, that means we're going to take supplements. We're going to do protein. We're going to set it up. This year is going to be different.
Or you could just start now.
We could start now. That's
Yes.
right. All right. Tell us what to do.
So one of the things that I'll share, I think one of my very best teachers, and many of you may know him, he's a famous nutritionist called Keith Klein. Shout out to him if he's listening. And one of the things that he taught me many, many years ago, when I say many years ago, 3 decades ago, and it was make a better bad choice. So we're going to talk about making better choices. So when you look at your plate, maybe take the bread off or take half of the bread. When you are putting all of your snacks together and you are just craving ice cream, what about doing something different like a Halo or a Rebel or something that is low in sugar content?
Mm-hmm.
I usually will do something. I actually like one that's called Enlightened. It's very smooth. It tastes great. Chocolate chip's my favorite. And it keeps the carbohydrates down for me, which, again, for those of you who aren't familiar with anti-inflammatory nutritional plan, that's the one that I always share because having been in a wheelchair for 4 years, if I don't eat correctly, I don't feel good. I get sluggish and I start to hurt. And then, I'm not able to do all the things that I enjoy doing, which is not only my career, but there's all the stuff that are outside the career that are fun too. So I'm pretty stringent about it, but it's not that I don't live. Tony Robbins, I remember his little story was that when he went on his first date with his wife, they went out for an ice cream sundae. And I love the response. He's like, you got to live. And so, yeah, let's live with better choices.
Well, sure. And I always use a smaller plate.
There you go.
And then you can fill it up and go, I've got a full plate of food. And it's just a little bit smaller. And maybe you'll have a little bit. That way, when you go to start your new resolution, you may not have to work quite as hard. You don't have to start so
Absolutely.
far in the back.
And one of the things I'll share with patients are like, hey, what should my goals be? And I'm like, well, let's start with a word. I think a lot of people might know of the book where you pick a word and you utilize that word throughout the year with everything that you're going to do. It might be love. My word's intentional. That means everything that I do, I want to have the word intentional in my actions, in my words, and in my thoughts. So that's my word. I'd love to know your word. Drop us a line on that. I'd love to know that. And when we're using that is that when I intentionally set my goals, that means they're goals that are acquirable. I'll have patients come in and they'll say, I want to lose 150 pounds this year. I'm like, are you willing to do what it takes?
Cut my leg off? I mean, something like that?
No,
amputate?
But, and they're being serious.
Yeah.
And I'll say, why don't we do that over 2.5 years? Don't think of it from the
tough.
time perspective. Think about it from an actionable perspective. So it is, write your goals down. Everybody, I mean, I keep mine in my phone. So if anyone ever asks me, Dr. Leal, what are your goals? I can actually pull them up and go through them. And I've done that since every iPhone ever started. And before that, it was the Covey Day Planner. Yes.
What about the BlackBerry? You skipped over that one.
I skipped the BlackBerry altogether. I was an Apple girl. So
well, there you go.
Just the way it is.
But,
so it's the first place to start is write it down. That's acknowledging that there is a change that you want to make.
Well, there you go. And also just the want-tos. I finally want to. I'm going to finally do it. Make the first step or two. I mean, I lost 80 pounds. So there you go.
High five. It's kind of like a lot of patients will say, or a lot of people will say, someday I'm going to do that. Well, stop the someday. Make it today. Make it happen. Make that choice to say it's going to be different. I'd rather be better in my 50s than I was my 40s. I'd rather be better in my 60s than I was in my 50s. I mean, you can see inspirational stories all the time on YouTube of people that are in phenomenal health.
Yeah, it's funny to go to the gym. I have a friend of mine who managed to 24-hour fitness for years, and he said it's real funny. At the beginning of January, everybody signs up. We all go. The gyms are packed. By, I don't know, Valentine's Day, it's half. They're gone. They don't show up. They're still paying, but they don't show up.
They're still paying for that. So
yeah, and then that's why in the summertime it's empty.
I have a solution for that.
What's that?
Solution. I like it on YouTube. There's a couple of fitness videos that I like to do and that I suggest. One is Sit and Be Fit for those that may not be able to walk long distances or jump, things like that. There's something that's called Team Body Project or The Body Project, and they are out of Australia. It's a couple, husband and wife. And I just really inspired. So that's my 5:30 routine is that I watch them first. And when I don't feel like working out, I just kind of flip it to whatever YouTube picks for me. And I usually regret it. And then I go from there. So just want everybody to know it's there in your household that you can start with making that plan, turn on YouTube. It doesn't have to be a 45-minute exercise. You might start with 15 or 20.
I know, but see, I can't do that. That won't work for me. But I have
You
somebody.
need to go to the gym.
I have to have somebody to compete against. That's me.
Okay,
so I'll go with
you're
my
gonna
son,
compete.
or I'll go with my wife or something, and then it's different.
Yes.
Otherwise, they'll push me to go. I'm tired. I don't want to go today. I didn't sleep good. It's bright out today. It's a day that ends in a Y. Okay.
And that's when I always share with people, go to the gym. I don't care if you just sit on the bench.
$10 a month.
Get
Come on.
there, and sit on the bench. There have been many times when I was 205 pounds and was working to shed the weight. I made an accountability partner, which is Dr.
There you
Duncan
go.
Foltz, and it
he's
was that I
tough.
had to show up. I could not complain. And when I was there, he's like, if you're having just a really bad day, don't say it out loud, but just go sit on the bench. And if you got to go home and go take a nap, that's okay. He goes, but since you're there, why not just 10 minutes on the treadmill or 5 minutes? And once you're moving, it also relaxes the stress level. So I always say just show up where you're supposed to work out, whether it's your home gym, home video, or it's the actual gym. Show up, make yourself a commitment, and then reward yourself for a commitment. I know a lot of us girls, we use Lululemon as one of our commitments. When we finish it, we go buy something new.
It's kind of like Budweiser for men.
Well, no, not alcohol, not alcohol.
No, I'm just kidding.
I
but
know
still,
you are.
But
it's finding something, though, that it's just like you feel good about it. Maybe you're going to plan a spring break vacation with your kids and you want to go skiing. Well, you need to be in shape for that. So this is a good way to work towards that goal, is putting something in front of you that you really want, like a carrot in front of you.
Okay, now question. I mean, sometimes in the afternoons, I'll have a sinking spell, and I will eat a protein bar or something like that. Tell us about, a lot of times you need that little bit.
Because you need the sugar. It's just that you don't.
Or the proteins.
But you don't need sugar.
But what type of protein should I, if I make a protein drink, what should I use?
So I always share with people, there's a couple of ones that I love, and they're on our website, everydayhealthhacker.com. The second is, remember that when it says, 48 grams of protein, your body can only absorb about 27 grams at a time. So, that 48 is just going right through you. For people who have kidney insufficiency, they actually want to have a low protein diet.
Okay.
So that it's different. There are many different nutritional plans. You have to find the one that's right for you. So a lot of people that'll say, I'm starting the keto plan. I know I have high blood pressure and high cholesterol. How do you think that's going to work for me? And I said, that's fine. Do the keto, but don't do the dairy. And that way now they're on an anti-inflammatory plan, however they're calling it keto. And that's fine.
yeah.
It gets them started. They're excited about it. And you know what? Your doctors are excited for you as well. I love at the end of the year, we kind of tabulate all the pounds that we have lost together in the patient base. And that's usually a couple thousand pounds, which is really, really exciting.
So we have some of this information on the website?
Yes.
Okay.
And you can go to Everyday Health Hacker. You can go to Nutritionals, which is right on the top line, and be able to go right directly to the nutritional itself. It'll link you to it.
If you have any questions, folks, info@everydayhealthhacker.com. Send us an email. Be glad to answer it. And as a matter of fact, one of the staff will get right on it, and you'll have an answer usually that day.
So start with the word, make an action plan, make it happen. We look forward to seeing you. 2023 will be your best year yet.
As always, folks, on behalf of Dr. Liza, Leal, the great staff here at Meridian Health Institute, we sure want to say have a great holiday. I hope you have a great year, and I hope next year starts out great, and hope you make all of the goals that you want and you actually succeed.
And we're here to help. Have a blessed day.
Have a great one.